Hey, what's going on to you, Pisces? So, y'all gave me the most views, so you get the first reading. You have the Ace of Michael, the Wheel of Fortune, and then you, Pisces, also have the Eight of Raphael. So what's going on for you, Pisces? Yeah, somebody's missing the fact that they lost you, you know? Sometimes people don't really understand who and what it is that they've lost up until they don't have them because they're so focused on playing a game, right? This is why I say that for all those people who like get friend zoned, keep your head up because it's not what you think, right? A lot of the times people will say things like, oh, well, if a person friend zone you, it means that they don't like you. That hogwash. Hogwash. Show and prove. Because how come is it that after they friend zone you and you move on with the rest of your life, tell me why is it that they just pop up and try to get your attention? Tell you why. The reason why is because they friend zone you because that's the safest place that they can essentially give you. See, we need to tell the truth here. They lack integrity. So, because of the fact that they lack integrity, all the people that they are romantically interested in gets the same dysfunctional, wild behavior that you would have gotten if they didn't put you in a friend zone. That's why they put you there because that's the safest place that they can offer you. Those don't believe me, just pay attention to it, right? Be okay with a person friend zoning you and watch at how they treat the people that they're supposed to be in relationships with. More oftentimes than not, the vast majority of the times, I want to say something like 80 to 90% out of 100%, they do not end up with these people in the long run. And the reason why is because they're so busy trying to be at odds with the other person playing games. And so that's what's going on here, right? Not saying that this person put you in a friend zone. Maybe some of them tried. But the point that I'm trying to make here is the games always backfire. That's the thing that people are not intelligent enough to comprehend, right? The games and being stupid and being goofy and all this stuff and wasting time. How many people do you know who has lived who has lived a million years? None. So people don't have this amount of time to be playing and wasting. See, what a lot of people are trying to do, my dear Pisces, is that they're playing and wasting time. They all the games that they play, that's time being wasted. Because instead of them be like, look, they're just gonna get with you, right? Forget about the wasting time, just get with you, Pisces, and be in a relationship. They decided to not do that. And so when you, Pisces, go off and you find yourself someone new and the person isn't wasting time in playing games, those very same people that internally wish that they didn't play games but played games with you are going to wish the fact that they didn't play games at all, and they're going to wish that they were brave enough to actually be in a relationship. It's another game. This is why I'm not a fan or big advocate of people talking about this game of I like you, I like, because people constantly conflate and deliberately misinterpret, and they don't actually really tell the truth. And so the thing about it is I'm one of the few people that really give you the game for what it actually is, for real. And so the new beginnings, because you see people crisscross applesauce themselves all the time with their talking points. They don't like you, so then why is it that those people are chasing you down if you go on about your business? They do like you. It's just that they're dysfunctional is what's going on. And so now you have the new beginnings in the world card for you, Pisces. So the new beginnings represents you're not looking back, and you Pisces shouldn't have to, right? You understand that there's a plethora of other people out here for you Pisces to get to know and date. There's other things that you can do. You have a whole life to live. You know, there's so much to enjoy, and that's what you Pisces are doing. You Pisces are taking a healthy amount of enjoying your life and seeing what else is out here, and you're not being swept up in all the dysfunctions that the world has to offer. You're being disciplined about how much you're willing to experience, and because you're keeping yourself clean. You Pisces are keeping yourself pristine. You're keeping yourself to where you're going out there and experiencing, but you don't go out there and experience so much to the point where you end up being like empty, you know what I mean, or ran through like a lot of other people on both sides. And so this is good because this shows and proves that you Pisces have done the work, and it's actually for real, right? That you're precautious about even experiencing in a way where it can end up having you turn back, right? And regress into not have, it's almost like you didn't learn anything, right? No, you Pisces are still keeping your wits about you. You Pisces are still keeping your common sense about you. You'll go and experience. You owe it to yourself too. Never wait on someone to figure it out. Never wait on someone essentially to ultimately figure it out. You know what I mean? Never wait. Um, uh, or to okay, so, all right. To be more accurate, because I've told people to wait a little bit. And the reason why is because I was trying to determine what kind of value this person has and who this person was. So sometimes I needed to have them slow down a little bit so that I could see, because sometimes too, people do rush you into relationships without you really knowing what you're getting in the first place. So sometimes there is a lane for things, kind of like you having a person wait a little bit, because a person can rush you, right? A person can apply pressure. You thinking to yourself, oh wow, this person really likes you. Next thing you Pisces know, this person turns out to be just someone that's completely not what they portrayed themselves to be. They'll act like, you know, they're kind and generous, and then the next thing you know, you get into a relationship with them, they feel comfortable. They start being super jealous, disrespectful, you know what I mean? All, disorganized, dysfunctional, and you don't want to deal with that. So I'm not going to say don't wait. I take that back. You can have people wait, and you should not be, um, you should not feel a certain kind of way about having to wait. But while you wait, you're supposed to observe them too. This goes right back into the whole friend zone thing. The Knight of Michael and the Fool of Raphael, I'll cover that, right? So the Knight of Michael here represents, again, you, right? You have people who are interested in you, but once again, they may not necessarily, you have some people who are interested in you. It's not just one person. But the people who are interested in you, Pisces, are also dysfunctional because they're not really truthful with themselves. So they're constantly lying to themselves about what they really want. So what they'll do is they'll avoid it. They'll do all this goofy nonsense. They'll waste time. They'll be stupid in your face. They'll make it seem like they're laughing at you. Again, the laughing at you is a tactic. They want you to be discouraged. They want you to start questioning what it is that you're seeing, right? What you're seeing when they do all of that is they are avoiding something, which means that they're fake. History has made fakes out of them, or fakesters out of them, right? And so the situation with that is, because it's this. So that's my point, right? Like you'll see the duplicity in it, right? You'll see the juxtaposition in it. Why you shouldn't be like feeling a certain kind of way if you get friend zoned. And I'm not saying, let me say this too. I'm not saying that you got friend zoned. What I'm trying to say here is whatever reason why, I'm using the friend zone as an example. Notice how it is that, okay, some of you Pisces may have gotten friend zoned, right? Maybe they were not very good maybe they didn't really work too very well as a team, right? And they friend zone you in that way. They dubbed you in that way, right? You got to understand that the reason why they dubbed you is because, right, you essentially were too good for them, and that if they showed you what's going on with them, you wouldn't like them anymore, or you would have them wrapped around your finger. And for them, they're not accustomed to finding someone where they want. So what happens? The jealousy, them needing to disqualify you constantly. Oh, you Pisces, right? AKA W, right? Make it seem like you took a loss, right? Which is a dub. All of this fictitious stuff, all of this trying to get you Pisces to feel a certain kind of way, like, okay, maybe you're not, maybe this person doesn't. You got to understand that people who play the game, their first line of trying to get you to doubt yourself is to make it seem like they're not into you. So this stuff about this hogwash, right? About when I meet someone and then they're not interested, or they act like they're not really interested. I don't let that discourage me, because I know how to actually see what's really going on and hear, right? And smell and all of that, what's really going on here. And so I know, oh, this person, okay, they like playing games. They want to, they always come, they're so predictable. They always come from the perspective of, I got to make it seem like I'm not into you at first, which is stupid, because it's not about not being into somebody. What it's about is giving them a chance, right? Immediately jumping to conclusions. Oh, I'm not into this person. This is why you have a lot of people sitting up on the internet talking about, sitting up on the internet on TikTok, talking about how on both sides, talking about how they can't find anybody. It's because they jump to conclusions too quickly. And so what's going on here is that with the whole friend zone situation, like I said, you're in the safest spot. Pay attention to what you should be doing, or what you should have done in the past was, you Pisces should have paid attention to how they treat the people that they were in a relationship with. You notice how they treat those people not very well? That would have been you if you wasn't in the friend zone. So they want you, so what you do and what they want you to do is to pay attention to who they treat, how they treat people, even though they call those people their significant others. You're in a safe space being a friend. That's the thing that you don't understand, or I should say more so, specifically a safer place being their friend. A lot of the times people will try to get you deluded. They will delude you, Pisces, into thinking, no, you should never want to be a person's friend. But people do not take into considerations people's character and the game that people play. They never actually stop to ask themselves the question, why is the friend zone such a no-no, right? And to actually exist in the friend zone for a little while and really peep game. Because a person who has, I've been friend zoned a lot, dubbed a lot. A person who has friend zoned me, the people that they were in relationships with, it never worked out. And then they kept making not very good decisions. But I was safe from all of that being in the friend zone. And I'm talking about, I'm there as a fly on the wall in certain instances. They break out into a whole argument with the people that they are supposed to be in a relationship. They're dysfunctional. And they like to start arguments, and they like to start beef between themselves and the person that they're dating, and pull antics and goofy stuff, right? And then the person end up being like just over it and then leaving them alone. And they develop this reputation of not being very good in relationships. But then the people that they have dated, they're not very good in relationships too. They don't actually treat the other person or anyone in general, right, well in relationships too. So it's two dysfunctional people going at each other, playing games with one another. And me being in the friend zone, I sat back and saw that. And so that's what's happened with you Pisces. Y'all don't have a clue why you go through so many L's, or what you think are L's, in your past. You actually was receiving blessings in disguise, because watch, the Three of Wands, the Two of Wands, you are open. Three of Gabriel, two of Gabriel. It's the same wands. You actually have the availability to not have your hands full or be preoccupied with this person who would be dysfunctional, and you actually can date other people who one of them would potentially and will be potentially you Pisces' match, right? You're not looking at the good side, right? Right? You're not looking at how much of a blessing that is. You're still in control. And so the thing is that the Three of Ariel, right, represents how, and so some of you Pisces do understand it, right? You do understand, hey, you owe it to yourself to see who else is out here, right? Being in a relationship with these people from the past who friend zoned you or made it seem like whatever, they would have just ran you dry. You Pisces would have been like, yo, relationships aren't fun anymore, right? You're not even enjoying relationships. You don't even you wouldn't have even enjoyed the concept of relationships anymore. This, you Pisces get a chance to swim away, do your own thing, live your life how you want to. This person helped you out. They gave the alley-oop by being dysfunctional with you Pisces in the past. So let's clarify the Three of Ariel. You know how many times I'm glad, like at first I used to be like, well, why am I in the friend zone? You know how many times I'm glad to be put in the friend zone? Because when I observe people who put me in the friend zone, I can just tell, because I study them, because I spend time around them, right? Because I'm safe from the dysfunction that they got going on. I can spend time around them and peep game and watch, and it's never what you think it is. You would be thinking this person did it to like bring you down, not even realizing this person actually did it to bring you up, because they're trying to spare you from the dysfunctional stuff that they could do. So you have the Three of Cups, the World card, the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and then you Pisces have the Hierophant. So the Three of Cups, the World card, and the Four of Pentacles for you Pisces is all about how, again, you have the time and the vacancy, right? Because you're not in a relationship with these dysfunctional people. You may have had a family with these people, right? You Pisces could have had an offspring with these people, and then they really would have turned it up, because the offspring brings a degree of pressure, and then they would have turned up the pressure and the dysfunction that they would have given to you, and it would have left you Pisces again dry, not enjoying even the concept, even the thought of relationships. And so the things that the World card and the Four of Pentacles, you gotta take, like you Pisces, you have to, what I'm seeing here is that you Pisces have a lot to offer, but you have to start looking at it from a perspective of, what do you get when you're in relationships? Give, and you got to understand relationships is a give and a get. You give this, but what are you getting as well, right? If you can see that a person is dysfunctional in every one of their relationships or a lot of their relationships, that's the consistency. Then you know that you Pisces know that you should stay away from them. If they friend zone you, or if they play jokes and games, they're giving you an out. That's them low-key giving you an out. They're trying to get you to stay away from them by being the worst possible decision, the worst, the most obviously worst choice that you can make. That's why they keep doing things to get you Pisces to be like, to question, because you're supposed to. And so the Page of Swords, right? The Page of Swords and the Hierophant right here represents, listen to it. Tell me if I'm lying in the comment section. Pay attention to those people. Have they actually treated the people that they decided weren't friend zone well? You know, so you Pisces are beautiful people and you're living your life well, right? Without, you Pisces are not only doing that, but you're doing it without having to go through the same thing that you would go through 2, 3, 4 years ago, right? You've grown because people don't even want to, people got to a point where they see you as so beautiful, they don't even want to be in a relationship with you to get you Pisces to feel a kind of way about relationships. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. We're trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 27,763 subs. Hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button. All that good stuff. Blow the views up on this video as well. Appreciate it. Peace.